All right, page 5, we're out and running. Okay, domain and range. So for the domain, I mark where the graph is and I go up to the x-axis. So this is the domain. All these x's are part of the domain. But this one here has an arrow. That means infinity. So remember that we always start at right to left, because this is the smallest x over here, and we go across. So the first thing I need to get is -4, and then it's going to go all the way to positive infinity. It's awesome. Now the range goes the other way. So if I could turn my paper, I would. So here's the smallest y, and again I'm going to circle it because it has an arrow, and then it's going to go all the way up to here, because this is where the graph ends, and those are all the y's. That's the range. So that's the domain, and this is the range. So again, I'm going to start with the smallest y. So you start at the bottom, and when you go up, the first thing you hit is the arrow, and it's going down to negative infinity. And then you keep going to the top, and it stops at 3. And that's the range. Yeah, neat. Alright, so again, I'm going to take, this value, go down for x, go down for x. So x is only in that range. So it starts at 2 and goes to 8. Sorry, I meant the domain. So that is the domain. We do the same thing for the range. And then here's the smallest y. Here's the largest y. And so the y values cover that part. So I start at -5. And then I'm going to go all the way up to the top to 9. And that's the range. Yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, one more time with the domain and range. We'll do the domain again. The domain starts there, ends here. It spans all these x's. So we will say that it goes from -4 to 4. That's cool. The domain. And then if we do the range, again, the range goes from here to here, very small. It only covers that much, and that is 0 to 2. Very small range. But yeah, still cool. Alright, 39. H, J, and K are collinear points. Look at linear's in there. That means they just make a line with J between H and K. So draw the picture. J's somewhere in between. It's not in the middle. So that's what we're going to do there. Then they say HJ is 6x minus 2. And then they say that JK is 4x minus 13. And that the whole thing is 25. Okay, my J and my 25 got kind of mixed up, but you get the point. Now, solve the equation for x. Well, that just means that we have 6x minus 2 will equal, plus 4x minus 13, because that's the two parts, and it equals the whole thing. Yeah, not enough room to solve. I'll give it my best. Alright, so I got to combine my like terms. So my x's and my numbers. And then I will get 10x minus 15 equals 25 plus 15. I wish I had a calculator. So 10x equals 40. Divide by 10. X equals 4. Awesome. JK now is this length from here to here. So that's 4x minus 13. So I'm going to put 4 in for x, and you get 4 times 4 minus 13. 16 minus 13 is 3. So fun. Love geometry. Yay, more solving. Okay, with the inequalities, it's just like if it was an equal. The only difference is when I multiply or divide by that negative. Now the 2 is not negative on x, so I don't have to worry about it on this one. But if the 2 was negative on this x, I would have to flip the inequality. But since it's not, solving is solving. Yeah, baby. And here we go again. Now, since the 2 here is negative, I know I'm going to be dividing by a negative. So I'm going to just pay attention to that. So I'm going to put my x's together, because that's what you got to do, because they're on the same side. Oops. Okay, I'm making a mistake. Okay. So I have to bring my x over, because they're on different sides of the inequality. That goes to 0, negative 5, and that would give me negative 3x. And again, the 3 is negative on my x, so I know I'll be dividing by a negative. So I'll pay attention to that. So now when I divide by this negative, I have to make sure I flip this inequality. So instead of greater than, it's going to become less than. So then x is less than negative 3. And that's all there is to it. Yay! Guess what? Freebies! If you can figure out how to do these and you get them right, then you get extra credit. Yay, extra credit!